Mark, obviously a couple of players went off injured on Tuesday night. What's the prognosis, first of all, on Dale Grubb?
Dale Grubb's got no chance for the weekend. He's torn his thigh muscle, we think, after 30 seconds. And Liam Shepherd, we're hopeful that he'll be okay.
And Matt Mills obviously was the one other player who'd been out recently. How's his hamstring recovering?
Coming along.
Has he got a chance for the weekend, or is he still out?
He may have a slow one.
Everyone else okay?
As of today, everyone else is fine.
Good news there, at least. Is there a decision to be made after Tuesday with Joe Willicott's performance, or does that just sort of put more pressure on and just raise the competition bar again?
I don't think there's any pressure. I think what it does, it shows you've got two capable goalkeepers, which is always pleasing to know. So Lewis Thomas has not done a lot wrong. He's kept 5 clean sheets out of 6. 5 in 1 month. Didn't even get nominated for Player of the Month, which is an incredible decision. So it's good to know we've got 2 good goalkeepers.
Absolutely. And how do you approach this game at Exeter? Because obviously second versus first in the table, and all eyes are going to be on it.
Same approach as every week. Playing against a good club, really good club that I spent time out, lived down there, really enjoyed it. They're doing really well, did really well last year, and we're fully respectful of all their threats, and we know that we have to play really well to get anything out of the game.
And because they're one of your former clubs and there's that affinity, are they one that you sort of naturally keep that eye out for and, if you like, have to do a little bit less scouting on because you naturally know a bit more about them?
No, I think I always look for their result, of course, but in terms of what they do now, things have changed, totally different, and we have to dedicate as much time to knowing what they do as every other team.
They'd obviously been on top for quite a while, but seem to have stuttered and faltered a little bit of late results-wise. Is the league still settling down for you, if you like, in terms of, we would read too much into who might be top after 10, 12 games?
Well, if you call stuttering having 2 draws, then that's okay, but they've had a great start to the season. The league at the moment means nothing, really. All it is still settling down, in my opinion, and I think it's once you get to Christmas, then I think you get a real gauge of where teams are going to be, I think.
So on that basis, you're not going to get too excited about being top, are you?
Definitely not, no, of course. I think everyone knows that I say to the players, you're only as good as your last game. So at the moment, good, but that can all change in a heartbeat, and we have to make sure we're right on it every time we train, every time we play, and we give the best account of ourselves we possibly can.
Is it a good test for the players, though, to see how comfortable they are with being top of the table and how much they want to stay there and sort of work within that?
Be a great test. Be a good crowd, good atmosphere, always is at St James's Park, and we went down there last year and played really well. But we know we're going to be tested. Like I said, we've got a lot of young players, and they keep stepping up to the bar, and let's hope that continues on Saturday.
And the consistency they're showing as well. Young players don't always show consistency. How have you been able to draw those sort of performances out of them on a regular basis?
We train hard. We work on what we do, and they've got a desire to do really well. I think we've got a group of young players that are desperate to get back up the pyramid, and to do that, they know they've got to play well. And all our work has been about trying to keep our standards, maintain the standards, maintain performances, because if you keep your standards and you keep performing well, you have a chance to get results.
And I know you always say there's no right or wrong way to play football, but the way that you do play, does it help that must be enjoyable for them to play?
I hope so. If you get it right, like the last 2 games, it looks as though they've really enjoyed their football. Listen, we have to get it right. Like I say, there's 2 teams desperately trying to win a game, and I've often said one of the hardest things to do is to actually win a game, because there's so many variables, and we're going to have to work really hard and play really well, like I said, and get a little bit of luck along the way to win another game.
Goal scoring's beginning to click as well, which it had to happen at some point. But how pleased have you been that you've still managed to be secure at the back within that as well?
Yeah, it's a vital point that you've got to have a balance. You've got to be defensively sound, and then that gives you a platform to build on, and then you can look at how you can hurt the opposition. So there was never any real panic from within the camp about we weren't scoring enough goals. That was from outside, and if we keep playing like we are, then we will create chances, and it's about putting them away.